Hey, no time to waste. Let's go.
Because the whole point I've been trying to make this whole debate is that any chance you get, you blame women. Any chance you get, you blame women. Single mothers
for what?
For everything. You blame women for the downfall of society.
Let me ask you this.
Do you blame women for the downfall of society?
No, I don't blame them for the downfall of society.
The current trend of society? You don't?
No.
You never said that?
No. What I blame women for specifically, right, is feminism and feminist Marxist ideology. I do blame them for that, yes.
Okay, and as you said, feminism is the reason there's so many single mothers, right?
I think it's a core reason, yeah.
Okay, so is that contributing to the downfall of society?
Sure.
So, through that logic, women are contributing to the downfall of society?
Yeah, but men would also be contributing to the downfall of society.
Okay, so you blame women mostly for the downfall of society?
I blame feminism, yes, the ideology of feminism.
You blame feminism for mostly the downfall of society? Hey, that dude would be making him say stupid shit, man. That dude, I don't know who that guy is. That's the guy I want to debate, not Andrew. Andrew, I don't know if that'll be an easy debate. Andrew might be a little tough debate, but that guy seems like he knows his hand in debating.
Which is I'm blaming the ideology. So you're just asking about the execution. It's like, are you blaming men for the downfall of a society which is mostly communist? Or would you be because they're enforcing everything? Or would you be blaming the ideology?
You're blaming women.
Can you answer my question?
No, you're blaming women. You're not blaming the ideology because women are the ones who...
So I'm going to ask the question again until you answer it.
Okay.
So you have a communist country, right? And the men are doing most of the bad stuff in the communist country. Would you blame the men or would you blame communism?
I don't think feminism...
Can you answer my fucking question? Answer the question. Yes or no? You don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Because start answering now.
Because you're saying feminism, the ideology in its own. Feminism, the ideology on its own.
You lived in a communist country, and it was mostly the men enforcing the communism. You don't know if you'd blame the men or the ideology, really. You don't know?
Of course you'd blame the men. Of course. You're not making a point here. Like a contributing society where women and men are both contributing to society. He's saying that in that kind of a society, you are blaming the women for everything that goes wrong in the society, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to do. I won't say that women don't contribute to some parts of society falling apart, but you can't blame women entirely for the society falling apart. But I don't know if Andrew actually was doing that, so I don't know. But I do think women have some kind of contribution in it. I think their confusion with how they conduct themselves amongst men is really a horrible factor in society. I do. But I also think that men's inability to understand cues and social cues, basically, that thing is also a very powerful negative in society. I don't know. I'm just ranting on because these two are going to just keep yelling at each other.
I'd probably blame the men at that point.
You blame okay, well then, so you're saying that I should blame women?
No, I'm saying that you do.
I blame the ideology.
No, you're blaming the women at every chance you get.
The only consistent thing you could actually say here would be, I blame communism for the way these men are behaving, unless you innately think men are bad.
What about feminism?
Do you innately think men are bad?
What about feminism is bringing about the downfall of society?
Good question.
You mean what is it contributing to?
Yeah.
It's not just contributing to single motherhood. It also contributes to these two-income households. It's contributing to it contributes to.
It's contributing to two-income households. This dude is an idiot. Wait, what's wrong with a two-income household? Oh man, this dude's stupid. He's stupid.
We even need two-income households. But one of the major things it contributes to is taking mothers out of the home. That's the biggest way that it contributes to the downfall of society, is taking mothers out of the home. Don't you agree?
I don't agree. But this goes to the point that how does this change what I said, that you blame feminism for the downfall of society?
Well, you didn't say that. You said
I said that initially, and I said that in my opening statement as well.
You said I blame women.
Who implemented feminism?
Yeah, that was a bunch of rich corporatists, and then it was also a lot of women who were in bed with women. No, it really was. It was rich corporatists.
Was it men that implemented feminism?
It was both.
Okay.
Yeah, it was both. But what do you think? But back to this. I just want to make sure, right? Why would it how would it even track that I would blame women for or hate women? I'm sorry, hate women. I do blame them if they're feminists for holding that ideology, but that's not all women. That's not me hating women. You made the distinction earlier that if I hate an individual woman,
right,
that's not misogyny, right?
I wouldn't say on an individual level, no.
Yeah, so then if I hate all feminists, That's only hating individuals with an ideology, right?
If most women are feminists, wouldn't that be misogynistic?
I'm not sure that most women... Well, I don't know. That's hard to say. But if it is the case... No, actually, even if it was the case that most women were feminists and you hated all women who were feminists, you still wouldn't hate women. You would only hate feminists.
That's an easy way out of that one.
Well, I mean, it's true, though, right?
No, it's not true.
Okay, then explain the logic to me.
Because if women are feminists and you hate feminism, then you hate women.
No, you hate feminism.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the thing, and I can prove it.
This is going into... Hope this don't go into circular reasoning, but it seemed like it's getting to circular reasoning, but I kind of agree with Andrew. If he only hates feminists, technically, that's not really a big deal. You can't say that's misogynistic. You can't say that's misogynistic if you only hate feminists. But if you hate women in general, then yeah, that's what it seemed like they do. They lump you in that category when you disagree with women on specific topics. So Andrew disagrees with women on a lot of things, so like they always lump him in the misogynistic category. And that's probably why people don't take misogyny seriously, because it's like you can't say that I hate a woman because I disagree with how you fucking act. Like straightforward. But at the same time though, there are men who like disagree with how they act and hide it. Like, hide that they hate certain way women's act. And I don't know, man. It's fucking everywhere, man. It's fucking everywhere. My brain is everywhere with this. But I do think... I don't know. I think Andrew's fair. I think he's fair. I don't know. I'm back and forth on this.
I hate men who are feminists, too.
Oh, shit.
You're looking at one.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If that's the case, then, would that make me a misandrist?
I don't think so.
What if most men... were feminists, which you said is about 80%. So then I hate 80% of men. By that logic, so I'm a misandrist, right?
If you hate them for that, yeah, sure.
Okay, so then I'm a misandrist and a misogynist.
Then, yeah, you hate
So
people.
I just fucking hate everybody.
I mean, I wouldn't say most men are...
fucking hate everybody.
I wouldn't say most men are feminists.
You said 80%?
I'm granting your hypothetical.
You weren't granting a hypothetical. I asked you the question. You said 80% agree with me.
No, I don't think...
And you're a feminist.
I don't think 80% of men are feminists.
Okay, how many?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'll throw out a number. I'll say maybe 30%.
30%?
Yeah.
And how many women?
I have no idea. Maybe 80.
So a lot more?
Yeah.
And you think that shouldn't come up during a dating talk, huh?
I'm not saying it should. I'm saying that you blame feminism.
This man, Andrew ain't gonna get no pom pom. He said he gonna bring up in a dating talk feminism. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, why would you bring that shit up? Like, let me bring that. All you gonna get? Listen, you know. I'm gonna say something, right? I'm gonna say this, and I'll just be real. The most honest thing that you could do in any situation when it comes to men or women is talk a lot less than they're talking. Either side. Like, if you talk a lot less than the other person's talking, you learn a lot more, right? We know this shit, right? But you know what gets hilarious? When you look up what women and men like the most about the opposite sex. One thing you figure out they like the most is one who don't talk much. They like people who don't say anything. They don't want nobody to challenge their thought processes. I'm just saying it because it's interesting.
Fault, you blame women.
So if men and
women are in the workplaces,
men and women are so ideologically split on like almost as like a 60-20 playing field, you don't think that's pertinent to dating?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you blame feminism for the downfall of society.
I did not just feminism.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do blame feminists for their part of the downfall of society. Yeah,
including going to work, including going to college, including all.
No, the idea of separating mothers from children. That was the worst
by
thing.
By going to work and going to college, and
that's a terrible idea.
Right.
Don't you think it's a better... why is it a better idea for you to send your kid away from you to like a fucking nanny or something to raise the kid instead of you? How's that better?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Move on?
You don't know.
Well, you can... Do you want to give a response?
No, because it's not fucking better, is it?
I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, because it's not better, is it?
I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, because is it better, though? Is it better? Is it better to send your kid off to fucking Consuela?
Who knows? Maybe it's better for that family. I have no idea. You're making these big, broad generalizations about how life should be lived.
I just want to know.
Maybe for some families,
do you think on average that it would be better if mothers raise their children or outsource the raising of their children?
They're not outsourcing it. Maybe it's for part of the day, Andrew.
That's outsourcing it.
That's not outsourcing it because there's still the rest of the day.
Okay, so how much time on average is it that you think that mothers are spending with their children in comparison to how much they used to spend with their children before they were in the workforce?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
No.
What about throwing one of those numbers out? What would you think? Well, how about this? We'll just make it easy. More or less?
Less.
Less.
Right.
They're spending less time with them now.
Right.
Do you think that that's good?
I think each individual family has their own.
Do you think that that's good?
I think each individual family has their own.
Do you think it's good for society?
Sure.
Mothers are spending less. You think?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Well, we'll come back to that. We do need to let a couple chat.
When your family's going every which way.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, I don't know. That went left at the end. But yeah, he is making broad generalizations. I agree with the last guy. And there's no point to keep arguing with somebody who makes broad generalizations about things. But hey, let's get it. Let's go. I'm out.